They told you worship was simple. But what if the highest mystery was never meant to be worshipped at all? There is a name whispered in the oldest scrolls, a name older than Genesis, older than the breath that moved upon the waters, the monad, the one, the absolute. Gnostic mystics called it the source of all existence. Philosophers bent their minds trying to comprehend it. Ancient priests carved its symbol into stone and hid it from the masses. But here's what they never told you. Jesus never taught you to worship it. Stay with me, because what I'm about to show you will shake the foundation of everything you were taught in Sunday school. This isn't blasphemy. This is the forgotten architecture of the gospel itself, hidden in plain sight, buried beneath 2,000 years of translation, tradition, and theological reconstruction. And if you've ever felt that something was missing from the sermon, something ancient and true that no one dares to say out loud, you were right. If you're ready to see what was hidden, hit that like button now. Subscribe, because this channel exists to uncover the mysteries they never wanted you to find. Let's begin where most teachings end, at the edge of language itself. The monad is not a being. It is not a person. It is not even God, as you've been taught to understand God. The monad, in ancient Gnostic and Platonic thought, is the ultimate abstraction, the ineffable singularity, the unnameable source from which all things emerge, but which itself cannot be known, touched, or worshipped. It has no face, no voice, no covenant. It simply was. And this is where the danger begins. Because in the centuries after Christ, certain teachers began to blend this idea with Christianity. They whispered that the God of the Old Testament, the God who spoke to Moses, who gave the law, who walked in the garden, was not the true ultimate reality. They said he was a lesser God, a creator, yes, but not the monad, not the one beyond all. And some went further. They said Jesus came to reveal the monad, to pull back the veil and show humanity that the God they worshipped was only a shadow of the true, unreachable absolute. But here's the revelation that will change everything. Jesus never said that. Not once. Not in the Synoptic Gospels, not in John, not in the letters of Paul, or the writings preserved in Ethiopia, or the deserts of Egypt. Jesus did not come to reveal an impersonal, distant, unknowable philosophical concept. He came to reveal a Father. Let that sink in. A Father. Not an abstract principle, not a cosmic void, not a philosophical singularity that exists beyond relationship, beyond love, beyond personality. A Father who knows your name, who counts the hairs on your head, who sent his Son not to a concept, but to you. But the Gnostics couldn't accept that. To them, the material world was corrupt. The flesh was a prison. The God who created matter must therefore be flawed, inferior, maybe even evil. They called him the demiurge, the architect of illusion, and they taught that salvation meant escaping him, transcending the body, the world, the very creation itself, to reunite with the monad, the silent, sexless, formless absolute that neither loves nor hates because it cannot act. It was a beautiful philosophy, elegant, mystical, and it was a lie. Because Jesus didn't teach escape. He taught resurrection. He didn't reject the body. He rose in the body. He didn't abandon creation. He redeemed it. He broke bread. He touched lepers. He wept at the grave of Lazarus. This is not the behavior of someone pointing you toward an abstract, untouchable monad. This is the behavior of God himself, entering the mess of the world to pull you out, not by erasing your humanity, but by glorifying it. If this is resonating with you, don't just watch. Engage. Like this video. Share it. Subscribe. Because we're about to go even deeper. Now let's talk about what Jesus actually taught, especially at the Last Supper. Because there's a teaching so dangerous, so intimate, so shattering to religious systems that it's been hidden, edited, and reinterpreted for 2 millennia. And yes, it was preserved in Ethiopia, but not in the way you think. At the table, on the night he was betrayed, Jesus did something no prophet had ever done. He didn't point to a distant God. He didn't describe an unknowable force. He didn't offer a philosophy or a ladder of ascent to the divine. He gave them himself. This is my body. This is my blood. He made himself the bridge, the doorway, the covenant in flesh and wine. And then he said the words that still echo in the Ethiopian liturgy, in the Coptic texts, in the whispers of the ancient church. I am in the Father, and the Father is in me, and through me you are in him. Do you hear it? Not seek the monad, not transcend the Creator, but come into union. Relationship, participation, communion. This is not Gnosticism. This is incarnation theology. This is the scandal that philosophers could never stomach, that the infinite became finite, so that the finite could taste infinity, not by abandoning the body, but by being filled with the Spirit within it. The monad demands nothing because it gives nothing. But the God of Jesus, he demands everything because he gave everything first. Let's go deeper into the Ethiopian thread, because Ethiopia is one of the oldest Christian civilizations on earth. Their Bible contains books the Western Church removed. Their liturgy preserves prayers older than the Nicene Creed. And in their tradition, there is a teaching about the nature of God that the Gnostics would have hated. They call God እግዚአብሔር, the Lord of all, but they also call him Amlak, the God who is near, not distant, not silent, not beyond knowing, near. And they teach that Jesus is Kaitos Johannes, the Holy Word made flesh, not to point beyond the Father, but to reveal the Father's face. This is not monad theology, this is covenant theology, and it's preserved in the same land that safeguarded the Ark of the Covenant, the same mountains where Enoch walked, the same deserts where mystics still chant the Psalms in Ge'ez at dawn. They didn't lose the thread. We did. Here's where it gets even stranger. In the centuries after Christ, a war was fought, not with swords, with ink. Scribes and scholars, bishops and mystics, all wrestling with one question. Who is God? Is he the personal Father Jesus prayed to in Gethsemane? Or is he the impersonal monad the philosophers described? Some tried to merge the two. They created systems where the monad sat at the top, unreachable, unknowable, and beneath it, cheng upon layer of emanations, aeons, powers, angels, archons, and somewhere in that cosmic hierarchy, they placed Jesus, not as God, but as a messenger, a revealer, a finger pointing to the moon. But Jesus never claimed to be a finger. He claimed to be the light. I am the way, the truth, and the life. Not, I will show you the way. I am. No one comes to the Father except through me. Not except through the monad. Through me. This is the scandal. Jesus didn't decentralize worship. He centered it on himself. And that's what the Gnostics couldn't forgive. Because if Jesus is God incarnate, then matter matters. The body matters. History matters. Your choices matter. You can't escape into abstraction. You have to face the cross and the empty tomb. This is the revelation they tried to bury. If you feel the weight of it, show your support. Like, subscribe, because there's more coming that you need to hear. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Why does any of this matter? Why does it matter whether you worship a personal God or revere an impersonal monad? Because it changes everything. If God is the monad, distant, abstract, uninvolved, then prayer is pointless, relationship is impossible, grace is a myth. You're on your own, climbing a ladder of enlightenment, meditating your way toward a truth that will never speak your name. But if God is Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, personal, relational, active, then prayer is conversation. Relationship is the goal. Grace is the way. And you are not climbing. You are being lifted. The monad offers knowledge. Jesus offers love. The monad offers transcendence. Jesus offers transformation. The monad says, become nothing. Jesus says, become my child. Do you see the difference? One erases you, the other names you. And here's the final twist. Even in Gnostic texts, the very writings that promote the monad, there are cracks in the system. In the Gospel of Truth, a text found at Nag Hammadi, the author writes, "The Father reveals himself, though he is invisible. He gave them his own form. He was known in the Son." Wait, the Father reveals himself in a person? That's not monad theology. That's John 1. That's Hebrews 1. That's Christianity. Even the mystics who tried to escape the personal God couldn't avoid him, because he doesn't stay abstract. He breaks in, he speaks, he touches, he saves. Let's talk about worship, because this is where the teaching becomes practical. If the monad is not God, and Jesus never taught worship of it, then who or what are you actually worshiping when you pray? Are you praying to a distant principle, or to the Father who already knows what you need before you ask? Jesus taught us to pray like this: Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Not O monad beyond existence, not O ineffable one. Our Father. Intimate, relational, near. This is the prayer of a child who knows they are known, not the chant of a philosopher trying to dissolve into nothingness. And here's the promise. When you pray to the Father, in the name of the Son, by the power of the Spirit, you are heard, not because you ascended, but because he descended. That's the gospel, not enlightenment, incarnation. So where does that leave us? With a choice, the same choice humanity has always faced. Will you worship the monad, the cold, silent, unreachable absolute that offers wisdom but no love, knowledge but no relationship, transcendence but no communion? Or will you worship the God who bled, the God who wept, the God who said, I will never leave you nor forsake you? The monad doesn't make promises because it doesn't care. It can't. It's not a person, but the God of Jesus makes promises, and he keeps them. I am with you always, even to the end of the age. That's not philosophy. That's presence. That's covenant. That's love. And here's the final revelation, the one that changes everything. You were never meant to transcend your humanity. You were meant to discover that God became human so you could become like him, not by escaping the flesh, but by being filled with his Spirit in the flesh, not by worshiping an idea, but by encountering a person. The monad is not God, and Jesus never taught worship of it. He taught worship of the Father through the Son, in the Spirit. One God. Not an abstraction, a communion, a family, and you are invited in. This is the mystery they tried to erase. The dangerous teaching hidden in liturgies, scrolls, and whispers across 2,000 years. Not that God is far, but that he is near. Not that you must ascend, but that he descended. Not that the divine is unknowable, but that he has made himself known. In a manger, on a cross, in an empty tomb, and in you. So the next time someone tells you that Jesus came to reveal the monad, the impersonal absolute, the unknowable one beyond all gods, remember this: he called God Abba, Daddy, and he taught you to do the same. That's not Gnosticism, that's the gospel, and it's the most dangerous teaching of all, because it means God is not distant. He's here, and he knows your name. If this truth has pierced your heart, don't let it end here. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, because we're going even deeper into the mysteries the world tried to bury. The next revelation is coming, and you were meant to be part of it. You were not made to worship the void. You were made to be filled with the fire. Now go and burn.